There's a big vote coming up on Tuesday in the city of Tulsa over a lot of your money, $814 million in tax dollars.
Fox 23 investigative reporter Jana Clark looked into both sides of this before you make your decision. It's a Fox 23 investigation.
On a one-sheet flyer on the city's website, you can find a quick overview of all the projects in what's called Improve Our Tulsa. You'll vote on whether you want to spend $814 million tax dollars on this. The biggest ticket item, streets and transportation, at $296 million. City Councilor Jeannie Q says that's what Tulsans want fixed most.
I get more complaints on streets than anything else. And then when they start repairing them, I get a lot more complaints because it takes a while.
The next biggest ticket item, city facilities at $270 million. Money will go to things like $80 million for the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, $48 million for a public safety center, and $32 million to parks. $153 million goes to capital equipment like fire trucks, and $95 million goes to housing and neighborhoods. Mayor G.T. Bynum says he and the city council came up with this list after getting a priority wish list from city departments.
What are the third of those that are the most urgent and would have the greatest impact on citizens' quality of life? And that's what ended up on the ballot with Improve Our Tulsa. All the fluff has been removed. These are the things that we have to do to maintain the things that the citizens have already bought and paid for.
City Councilor Grant Miller says he doesn't feel comfortable with how the plan came together and how quickly it showed up on the ballot.
This whole package was thrust upon the city council and it was like, hey, we got to do this and we got to do it now. We got to push this thing through and we need to get it on the ballot by August.
Miller voiced his concerns in this May city council meeting.
There's absolutely no reason why we can't take 2 or 3 or 6 more months and look at this and look at the projects in depth and make sure that we're spending responsibly, spending the taxpayers' money responsibly.
In fact, Miller says not long after he became a councilor, the mayor asked him and 2 other councilors to meet and talk about the Improve Our Tulsa plan in March. Here's the reminder text he says he got about that meeting.
Just kind of taking a temperature on whether or not we should go forward with a IoT package, but that if we did not go forward with it, there was some concern about potentially the county pushing their own package.
There was a little bit of pressure that you had to hurry.
Yeah, there was definitely pressure that we had to hurry. I mean, that was almost the theme of the meeting.
Those meetings are mentioned in this lawsuit attorney Ronald Durbin filed.
Now we've got all 9 city councilors gone through this. We can decide what's going to be done outside of a meeting, all for the purposes of avoiding the Oklahoma Open Meetings Act. That's a serial meeting. It's a series of meetings designed to not talk about the stuff during the public city council meetings.
Is it legal or illegal?
It's illegal. Absolutely illegal. So the Oklahoma Supreme Court has declared so many times that serial meetings designed to get around the Open Meetings Act are a violation of the Open Meetings Act.
And if it's illegal, why are they doing it?
Because they get away with it. That's the problem. Government doesn't hold itself accountable until somebody steps up and tries to hold them accountable.
Miller's not a part of that lawsuit, but he's concerned about how quickly the Improve Our Tulsa plan was pushed through.
In that 60-day period, we had meetings. People came in and talked about these various projects, but that doesn't give us any time to really dig in on the projects.
Miller's not against the projects themselves necessarily, but the timeline.
The current funding doesn't expire until fall of 2025, right? So we've got plenty of time to vet these projects further. We don't have to rush this thing through. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not even saying let's knock any of these projects off of the list necessarily. Let's just make sure that what we're doing is good for the city of Tulsa and that we're being good stewards of people's hard-earned money.
Councilors talked about it before they voted. And Miller said again why he was concerned.
Everyone that I've heard speak tonight would have you believe that they are able to do their due diligence on $814 million between the 21st of April when this was announced and today, which is 32 days. I'll leave it to you to decide if that's the case.
I just take issue with saying that this was kind of thrown together and that the community and people didn't have opportunity to engage, because the opportunities were there. At the end of the day, if you're interested, you will find time and make time to show up.
If there's anyone that needs questioning, we will get you the answers, because we would not support something that would harm our city.
I don't want to continue to have irrational arguments after we've detailed so much more significant due diligence than just this falsified framework of 30-something days when there's obviously been multiple months and even years that lead up to a package like this happening.
Councilors voted 8-1 to put the Improve Our Tulsa project on the ballot in August. Miller was the only one who voted no.
Councilor Miller?
No.
Councilor Bengal?
Yes.
Councilor Dr. Wright?
Yes.
Councilor Lakin?
Yes.
Councilor Fowler?
Yes.
Councilor Hall Harper?
Yes.
Councilor Q?
Yes.
Councilor Patrick?
Yes.
Councilor Bellis?
Yes.
Item 4E is approved.
Our job as city councilors is to get this stuff and to do our due diligence on it to make sure that we are the last line of defense and that we're spending Tulsans' money as they want it to be spent.
Miller says even though he's in the minority on the city council, he suggests people vote no on August 8th.
There is no rush on this. You can go and vote and say, no, we don't want this right now. We want you to go back to the drawing board and make sure that our money is being well spent.
So basically what you're saying is just because you say no now doesn't mean you can't vote on some other kind of IoT project later?
Yeah, exactly. We can, that's what at the meeting I said, why can't we kick this 6 months down the road or a year down the road?
But city leaders like Mayor Bynum say there's no reason to wait. Voters can be assured the city has done its due diligence.
It keeps our taxes at the same rate for 4 years, and it maintains the things that you already bought and paid for.
Covering news that matters, Jana Clark, Fox 23 News.
We asked the mayor's office if this was rushed. They say they started working on a priority list at the beginning of the year and held town hall meetings this spring.
If you vote for this package, tax rates stay the same. But if you vote against it, taxes will go down almost 1%. Early voting ends tonight at 6. You can now vote this Tuesday, August 8th from 7 to 7.
Do you have a tip or issue that you think Jana Clark should investigate? Let us know. Email fox23investigates@fox23.com or call 918-388-5354 or search Fox 23 Jana Clark on Facebook.